Stan, is this far enough in the middle, or should I move it? Well, first, I just want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank my family for coming from Ohio, my parents, my brother. I have brothers online, my father online, my daughter Tegan, I love you so much. My fiance Heather and her parents, thank you all for being here. Thank you to the citizens of Lago Vista, and thank you to our students from the ISD. You were special invitees of me, and so I really appreciate you coming here and seeing us through this process. And I think maybe more than you realize how important it is that you're here, and hopefully you grow up to be leaders here in Lago Vista. But if you move on to other places, hopefully this sticks with you and you continue to stay engaged. So thank you for being here. I wanted to have some remarks because I know this is a little different than what we've previously done in the past. Normally, we swear in members and then we go straight into a City Hall council meeting. And I think that it's important to support these ceremonies because they have meaning in our country. So swearing in ceremonies hold great meaning in America, even at the local government level. They remind us that government isn't some distant ruler far away. It's a reminder that we are neighbors, we are friends, we are businesses here. We are just like you, and any one of you can one day be in this position as well, and it's important to celebrate that, but also it's good for you to be here to remind all of us that are being sworn in here today of that promise that we made to represent you. And I think that's good to celebrate that, and it's good to remind us of that. In many ways, today is also the conclusion of that celebration. It's been great since the election to get all the congratulations and thank yous from everybody, but obviously now it's time to get to work. And I entered this position as mayor with great optimism of what's coming forward for Lago Vista. I feel great about this council. I feel great about the council I just served on, and I feel great about the leadership and direction that we're going in with our new city manager, Charles West, and our staff. I think some of the progress that you are going to see over the next 2 years has already begun. I think that one thing that Charles has brought to City Hall that we've all been impressed with is his willingness to embrace innovation. And I think that he's asked that of his staff to continue to innovate. We're starting to see that already. We've seen Development Services is rolling out some new software, Civic Plus, that's going to help us speed up the permitting process and help us react to citizens much more quickly. We've entered into partnerships with Texas State University, the LBJ School of Public Affairs, to help modernize our systems. We've moved code enforcement here back into City Hall. We've renamed it Code Compliance, which I think is a representation of a new mindset that we're going to serve our community with education and partnership before punishing folks for having issues with their lawn. We're going to see this council do things a little bit differently. People who know my background know I spent 10 years working in the legislature. I worked on both the House and the Senate side. I like to think that the two cultures I saw there somewhat represent how local city council is too. The House at times is a bit chaotic, sometimes unpredictable. The Senate has always been a little bit more refined and purposeful. And I hope to see this council lean a little bit more towards the Senate side. And I think the folks that we have up here, I know that's what we're going to see. The word purpose means a lot to me when I think about being mayor. I think that the strategic planning that this council is about to do is going to show you how purposeful we are going to be. I've asked everybody on council in the coming weeks that we are going to put forward a strategic plan for 2026 that's going to be well spelled out. And as we continue to move through 2026, I think you're going to see again that innovation is going to be at the center of that. Benjamin Franklin once said, "When you are finished changing, you are finished." And I think that idea captures exactly what we're seeing here. We are continuing to change and evolve as a city and as a council, and I'm really proud of the work that's already underway, and I know that you're going to be proud in the next 2 years. For my own goals as mayor, funding our water infrastructure and emergency preparedness are going to be the first two things. They're going to be at the top of my list. Obviously, if you've been paying attention to City Hall, we've been doing a lot on the funding side of things. We've taken trips to the White House, we've worked with the state, and I'm happy to tell you that on Monday, we're going to start immediately. The Texas Water Development Board is coming here to Lago Vista to tour our facilities and to talk about our previous applications and what we can do better. I feel very confident in the direction that we're going there, and that at some point, we are going to receive that funding. And that's extremely important to me, as well as the undertone of all my priorities will be to keep taxes lower here in Lago Vista. At the end of my 2 years, I would love to see this council pass a local homestead exemption, but the only way that would be possible is if these infrastructure projects are paid for with state and federal money as well. Now, obviously, the July 4th floods reminded us how important emergency preparedness is. I think we saw a lot of great movement here in the city. We saw a lot of response. We're super thankful to our heroes, our ESD, city staff, the citizens who stepped up. But there's obviously always an opportunity for us to grow. So one of the first things I'm going to announce is I'm creating the Mayor's Advisory Task Force on Emergency Preparedness to help me prepare in my role as mayor to serve you in a future emergency. This will be made up of citizens that I'll be happy to announce in the coming weeks, and they will work in conjunction with me, the council, departments, the ESD, and I will be going forward with my own training through TEDM. And finally, another initiative I'm going to launch is the Mayor's Advisory Council on Faith and Service to bring our local churches together, strengthen the moral and civic foundation of our community, and those meetings are already underway. When I first ran for office, my goal was simple: to help our local government grow professionally in a way that puts the people's needs before wants. And I think we've done that. Leadership is not about authority, it's about purpose. And our purpose is public service. So as we begin this new council, let's serve like the Senate with purpose, act with honesty, and lead with faith. Together, we'll ensure Lago Vista continues to be a city that listens, learns, and leads, not just for today, but for generations to come. So congratulations again to our new council members. I look forward to serving with you, and may God bless our community and the work ahead of us. Thank you.